morning, Mary. Ooh, okay, so the last fascinatingly exciting episode in the shed. We got out of the shed and tested some waste oil burning devices. Yeah, right, a couple of different types of burner. I think we've done enough R&D now that we can throw ourselves fully into a waste oil shed heater and build something nice. Alright, let's do it. This is without doubt the most nuclear reactor looking lump of scrap I've ever welded together. Hey? I think I've effectively I don't know, it's probably not 3 times the surface area now, but 2.5 times. The distance between the fins is less than twice the height of the fins. Yeah, does that make sense? Oh, it kind of makes sense to me. Okay, so I've just got the first of 2 shrouds finished, but it's an excellent fit, and it's such a good fit. I'm a little bit worried I won't be able to get it off again without damaging it. So you know, if I ever have to take it off, it has to come off and whatever. But I'll just take the opportunity to explain what's going on now before I do put this on. Yeah, so. This is the burner assembly. There's a bulkhead 7 inches up, so that's the burn chamber itself, and then this secondary chamber will take the heat of that combustion chamber and heat these fins up. We've then got a couple of rings, a couple of mating surfaces that this primary shroud should mate up against. I'll tap this on with a hammer in a minute, and the air will get blown in at the bottom and we'll get roasty toasty hot air out the top. And once I've got this on, we'll put one layer of insulation. Doesn't really need it, you know, it will probably help a little bit, and I've got it so it's going on. And then we'll make the secondary shroud. But then after this goes on, that's the most important stuff of this heater, and everything else is just making it a bit nicer and keeping the heating a bit better. So yeah, maybe make a little chimney top. Go on. Yeah. So I have a slip roll, but it's only a foot. It's only a 1 foot slip roll, so I had to make this over a bit of pipe, and it's not perfectly round, so. There we go. Oh, a little bit of a gap up top. I hope this works. Okay, this is the fuel metering nozzle I'm putting in here. He said it's a bolt with the hole drilled through it, and a little bit of a hose tail put on the end there. I think it's about 3mm bore. Bolt. Okay, she's all wrapped up. So this is the burner assembly, I suppose. Got the airbed pump on there. I did put a little, what do you call it? A little port. So this is going to make it a lot easier to get the thing lit. And it's because I'll be able to poke the blowtorch right in there pretty much. And the other thing I did, the bottom of the chamber is around about here, so I cut a slot in there, and there's a couple of holes around the base, so I can put a kerosene burner with a wick in there to get the bottom plate hot, which will just make starting it a lot easier. So I don't know what the procedure will be yet, but I'm guessing put a lit burner underneath it, get that bottom plate hot, stuff a bit of rag in there, squirt a bit of oil in there, and light it up, which hopefully it should light up quite easily if it's hot in there, and then close that off with the fan running, and No, you can cut a little notch out of that, so you can't go too far. Hopefully that'll light it. Yeah. I hope this works. So I just knocked up a little fuel tank. I didn't really record it because it's I don't know, not that special I suppose. Just a gas bottle. These are pretty rare here. This is a single-use bottle. It looked at me funny, so I had to have it. Some Dexan and some little plasma torch feet. I put a big neck on it. Like, it's always nice to have a big neck when you're pouring things, isn't it? So you can get your barrel away from the body of the whatever you're pouring it into, and just a little crappy cap I made out of the piece that I cut out of the top of the bottle. Hopefully it's not so airtight that it forms a vacuum in there. Could happen. Right, there we go. One shitty fuel tank. Yeah, so the only bit I've got left to make is a mount. I was going to cut a square hole in the door, that door there, and cut a square hole in the door. So I want to make a plate that has a mount for the fan, the blower fan. What this? Normally I remember where bits I picked up come from. Right, this is a nice. Nice 12-volt tangential fan. I believe they're known as squirrel cage fans, you know, in the States. I've always known them as squirrel cage fans, but yeah, I mean, I've tried searching for squirrel cage fans on, you know, the internet here in the UK, and it just comes up with American sites. Yeah, tangential fan is what I should be calling them here. It's a nice word. I've got no idea what it means, but yeah, one of them anyway. It's 12 volts, and so I make up a plate, stick this on the back of it, and then on the other side of the plate it wants a 4-inch, I think. I've got some insulated hose somewhere. And then that goes to the heater, and another one coming back from the heater to the plate again, and then another that carries through, so I can then put another bit on the inside and take the heat where I want it in the shed, or take that plate off and put it over the bunker and heat a tent over the concrete. You know, that sort of thing. Yeah. Right. Let's have a crack at that. I probably won't video it. I'll just be rolling some pipe up on the slip roll and welding it to a plate. Okay, it's a lovely, crunchy, frosty Lincolnshire morning. We're about ready to go. I've still got to hook up the air hoses, but whilst I'm doing that, we might as well get it preheating. I was going to build an elaborate kerosene burner, but one of you chaps in the comments had said that they'd heated their shed entirely with a saucepan full of engine oil with a cardboard wick. So I think that's how we're gonna preheat it. Nice and gloopy. I don't know if it actually fits in there. Oh, it does. Yeah, I'd cut the slot out for the pre-burn, but didn't actually think how I was going to drop that through. Oh! There we go. There we go. Let's get that heating up. And I'll hook up the there we've got a expanded foam hanging out the door at the minute. I'll just tidy all this up and get the connections made. Going. I can't close the air door yet. Every time I close the air door it goes out, so we'll just let it warm up like that for a minute. And I think my fuel line's about to melt as well, which will cause big problems. Won't it? Obviously, yeah, of course it will. Okay, hopefully you'll agree that's a little bit more sensible. You can't even see it now, it's so sooty. I've just tapped the ran a thread over the original fitting and then screwed a compression fitting onto that. Put a tap up the arse of a compression fitting as well on it. So yeah, I mean, you know, obviously if it gets hot out here, then the blower's going to melt. I'll probably not leave this too unattended to start with. Yeah, we're getting a bit of smoke out the top now. I've dumped a bit of oil in the bottom there. I didn't want to use kerosene to start because it's a bit of an explosion risk. It'd be nice just to do the whole lot with engine oil, but we've got it preheating at the moment. I'll try and light it, I think. Okay, I haven't hooked up the rest of my air ducting yet. We've got the fan there, transformer, power supply, whatever, and just plug it in and see if we get any hot air out. Oh, warm air, beautiful warm air. Would you Adam and Eve it? Hey? It actually works, folks. Wow, my days. Alright, well I think we must be getting fuel flow because it probably would have gone out by now. It's still nice and hot. Let me get the... Oh wow, that's really hot. Yeah, jeez Louise. Okay folks, so I had to shut it down because I need to go out, and before I restarted it because it was cold, I took the opportunity to take the metering orifice up to 3.5 mil, which, you know, from 3 mil doesn't sound like a huge difference, but obviously yeah, it's quite an increase in flow, obviously, apparently. Let me show you what's going on with the burner at the moment. Okay, so we're getting good amount of heat out of there. It's almost unpleasant. It is unpleasant to have. I can't hold it there too long. The thing is though, yeah, it's a bit dark now, but that's the chimney. It's over fueling quite significantly. I'm going to shut the door though, because it is making it nice and warm inside the shed. That's the burn chamber right now. Exactly what I wanted. You know, I wanted the core to be glowing red hot. Yeah, so I don't know what to say in conclusion. It's always nice to take that off. It's quite nice in here. It's warmer outside the shed at the moment with that thing glowing red hot. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This isn't the best heat transfer possible. I think maybe there's a couple of things going on here. I could do with a much more powerful fan. Yeah, like the air coming out of there is hotter than it needs to be. It'd be much better if it was not as hot but twice the volume. You know what I mean? That would do a better job of transferring some of that ridiculous amount of heat that I'm generating into the shed. You know, it's waste oil, but you know, I'm still not a fan of waste. Like, as stupid as it sounds, I you know, it's just unnecessary waste. It does upset me a little bit. I am kind of regretting not having it inside here, although, you know, we can all hear it from inside the shed and it's a lot noisier outside, so I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave it as is for a little bit, and you know, barring anything melting and going very badly wrong, I'll just see how it goes, and if I can get hold of a nice higher volume. I mean, I do have a nice actual 24 volt blower out of a Dassault Falcon, I think, or an HS125. That's a bit noisier than this thing. This little tangential fan is bloody nice and quiet. You know, I can't hear this thing running over the noise of the airbed pump. The airbed pump, I think, is getting a little bit floppy. It looks to have changed its angle. I don't know. I'll have to wait for the whole thing to cool down. But all in all, it does exactly what it's meant to do. Just you know, perhaps could do a tiny bit of tweaking. I'll keep you all updated. There is a little seed of wanting to bring it inside the shed, like, because it's pleasant in here now. I could definitely fiberglass in here now. My extremities aren't frozen as they would be in a boiler suit and welly boots. You know, I can be in here in winter. You can still see my breath a bit actually, but being here in winter, fine. If I've got you know, sort of walking boots on, insulated walking boots, and more layers, a jacket, hat, gloves, that's fine. It's not nice being like that all day, but I'm kind of used to it, to be honest. Like, aircraft hangars, what I'm used to, like, are never the lap of luxury, are they? Like, so this is an improvement, is what I'm saying, but yeah, I kind of feel like if it was in the shed and I perhaps found a quieter blower for the, maybe if I use this tangential blower, whatever it is, blower for the burner itself, you know, it'd be a lot quieter, but we still have the roar of the blower. But then if I put a big chimney on it, perhaps that would go away. Works though. Works nice. Yeah. There's someone left a comment on the experiments video, the R&D video, saying what? Yeah, you'd hardly know it was running, but for the jet engine noise and smell of burning eyebrows. Yeah, it is kind of the same with this. I do have a little bit of eyelash singeing. Yeah. I don't know. It is a success. I mean, I'm still trying to convince myself. It is a massive success. I'm still here on the other side of the door, hot air blowing at me. Just, you know, I'm also well in the knowledge that it could be a lot hotter in here. I could be melting the paint off the walls right now if that thing was inside. I'm pretty sure of that. I mean, it's warmer on the other side of the door. That's the thing. Yeah, there's heat. I can't touch this pipe, which is also a problem because the insulated hose I used is what people use for hydroponics. So it's insulated with plastic, and I really wasn't expecting it to get quite this hot. So like a sort of fleece material. Yeah. Anyway, I'm sure you'll see it again, like in one form or another. Hopefully it just gets me through this winter as it is. Maybe I can do a couple of tweaks if it needs it. It doesn't need any tweaking. I could, you know, unless it melted, which is a possibility. I could go through winter like this, I suppose. But I don't know. At the same time, what? It might be nice to work in my, you know, t-shirt and shorts throughout winter. Yeah. Anyway, any suggestions? Let me know, folks. It's a bit of a novelty having heat in here. Quite nice. Never had heat in here before, in any form whatsoever, apart from, you know, if I've been casting something. Yeah, so I'll stick the probe on the outlet there for you. we're clocking 185 degrees on the metal pipe. 185 degrees. We're moving twice as much air. I reckon we'd heat the shed nicer, and we'd pull more heat out. We'd waste less heat. So I'm going to persevere with it as it is and find a much bigger blower. Maybe something off an oven or something. I don't know. I still want it to be quiet, you know. Maybe put a sheet of metal on the outside of the door. And see what happens, alright? But I'll, you know, yeah, I'll keep you all updated anyway. You know that. Yeah. I'm quite pleased. It's working. It's working nicely, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, folks, I'll catch you all later, and take care. Yeah. Alright. See you later.